Hi, you are listening to Daily Bible Verses, which is recited by BSR.
Reading. It is taken from Acts chapter 14, verses 5 to 18. In those days, when an attempt was made at Iconium by both Gentiles and Jews, with their rulers, to mistreat Paul and Barnabas to stone them, they learned of it and fled to Lystra and Derbe, cities of Lycaonia, and to the surrounding country, and they were continued to preach the gospel. Now at Lystra, there was a man sitting who could not use his feet. He was crippled from birth and never walked. He listened to Paul speaking, and Paul, looking intently at him, seeing that he had faith to be made well, said in a loud voice, "Stand up upright on your feet." And he sprang up and began walking. And when the crowd saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in Lycaonian, "The gods have come down to us in likeness of a man." Barnabas they called Zeus, and Paul Hermas, because he was the chief speaker. And the priest of Zeus, whose temple was at entrance to the city, brought oxen and garlands to the gates, and wanted to offer sacrifice with the crowds. But when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of it, they tore their garments and rushed out into the crowd, crying out, "Men, why are you doing these things? We also are men of like nature with you, and we bring you good news, that you should turn from these vain things to a living God, who made the heaven and earth, and the sea, and all that is in them. In past generations, he allowed all nations to walk in their own ways, yet he did not leave himself without witness. For he did good by giving you rains from heaven and fruitful seasons, and satisfying your hearts with good and gladness." Even with these words, they scarcely restrained the people from offering the sacrifice to them. This is the word of the Lord. Gospel reading. It is taken from John chapter 14, verses 21 to 26. At that time, Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever has my commandments, keep them. He who loves me, and he who loves me will be loved by my beloved Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him." Judas, not Iscariot, said to him, "Lord, how is that you will manifest yourself to us and not to the world?" Jesus answered him, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him. Whoever does not love me does not keep my words, and the word that you hear is not mine, but the Father's who sent me. And these things I have spoken to you while I am still with you. But the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things, and bring to your remembrance all that I have said to you." This is the word of the Lord.
Thank you everyone for listening to Daily Bible Verses. Please do subscribe and share. Please stay tuned for the next episode. Signing off.